What's going on, everybody? AQDevi here in the intro cutscene for the launch map of Black Ops 7 titled Ashes of the Damned has just dropped today, and it is absolutely incredible. So incredible that I'd like to give you guys my thoughts on what we saw and potentially some of the theories we can draw going into launch and beyond for Black Ops 7. If at any point you find yourself enjoying this video, a like, comment, and subscribe are always appreciated, but without further ado, let's get into it. To begin, as we suspected, this cutscene picks up right where Reckoning left off, where the Terminus crew is welcomed to the party by a variant of our original 4 characters from the Aether storyline. With that, a character being dubbed the Warden in cowboy gear enters the frame and proceeds to suck some sort of soul or essence from all 8 of our protagonists. I had originally theorized this character would be some form of the Shadow Man, and while that is not out of the question at this point, his full attire and accent point much closer to the theory that this is Jebediah Brown, the creator of the Pack-a-Punch machine and the original recipient of the instructions to build the Agarthan device from the end of Black Ops 4. Considering all the details about this game lead us to believe the multiverse is starting back up again, it's quite poetic that the device that shut it down all that time ago was going to be made by the one here for vengeance today. He seems extremely confident in his power, likely due to the fact that he has seemingly spent a long time here in the Dark Aether. As for the souls or essences being leached from our characters, while it appears to only affect them visually at first here, I fear too much time spent without them may have adverse side effects down the road, which will no doubt give a motivation to our crew as the game's lifecycle progresses, but more on that later. The Warden then portals away and raises the dead once again, leaving our characters to fight their way out of the Janus reception area. Credit to my buddy Shorbs for pointing out that the characters seem to be paired up in this trailer and that they may be linked together in this story as we continue into the DLC season. Richtofen and Carver exchange glances here, Dempsey and Gray fight side by side here, Takio and Maya share a badass katana scene here, and Nikolai and Weaver share a fun Russian brother moment here. But again, more on this later. From here, they make it out into the Dark Aether and the cutscene ends, but this is only the beginning. The key art for the map has some very interesting bits to point out about what we can expect while playing Ashes of the Damned. Very distinctly in front, we see our OGs in the Wonder Vehicle fighting off zombies, and then some. We get a glimpse at a zombie bear jumping at the vehicle, as well as these denizen-like creatures lunging at the front and back. We know this map will be heavily inspired by Transit, so seeing a new impish type of creature to fend off is a welcome surprise. The bear, however, is something I think no one expected to see here, and I can't say we've seen anything like it in the zombies mode ever. The only tease we got were some strange sounds heard in the teasers yesterday that were distinctly different from your average zombie. Regardless, I am so excited to see how these enemies play alongside our normal undead horde. In the background though, we get another look at this ever-looming Warden character who holds some very interesting information in the reflection of his glasses. To the right, we see what appears to be a Mesoamerican pyramid, whether it's Mayan, Aztec, or something more familiar. This could very well be what Panos was referencing in the intel at the end of Reckoning, speaking about a pyramid that was somehow floating. But it's what we see in the left lens that is really interesting. We can see what appears to be a rocket silo, which not only goes along with another of our teasers from yesterday, where we heard about a rocket launch facility and its occupants being transported to the Dark Aether, but very clearly invokes the memory of the Black Ops 1 map Ascension. Now, Ashes of the Damned, with all we know, appears to be a transit-style map utilizing pieces of the mode's past to emphasize the Dark Aether as the dumping grounds of all things tainted after the end of Black Ops 4. For all my Marvel fans, think of this as the void at the end of time from Loki. This is where everything we knew and loved from zombies ended up after the multiverse was collapsed, and there's no telling what has happened to these locations since until we finally get some gameplay of the map. And finally, what did this Warden character truly do to our characters, and how will this affect the Black Ops 7 maps to come? And I will tell you. The DLC maps for Black Ops 7 Zombies were leaked some time ago, or at least a loose description of where they would take place. In the blog post we also received today describing our original characters perfectly lines up with this list. To start, we have a map said to be taking place in Vietnam, which is where this version of Dempsey is pulled from. We have a map taking place in Afghanistan, which is where this version of Nikolai is pulled from. We have a map taking place in a Japanese temple at the foot of a volcano, which is where this version of Takio is pulled from. And we have a map taking place in a nuked, Nazi-occupied New York, which fits Richtofen being from a universe where the Axis powers won. The only map we don't have an explanation for is the Dark Aether space station, which will no doubt be our mind-blowing finale for Black Ops 7 Zombies. A theory that has also come up since the OGs were even rumored to return is this idea that the game could heavily mirror Black Ops 3 Zombies, both in the way that each map corresponds to a specific character, which they very clearly appear to be doing, but also the fact that we will be extracting souls for these characters, except this time, they won't be from versions outside of our crew, but with this cutscene, I believe we will be regaining the souls of this version of the original characters. Now the question remains, how will our Terminus crew regain their souls back? Well, this goes all the way back to what my buddy Shorbs pointed out. There may be a set of linked pairs between the crews. So in the map where we regain Dempsey's soul, for example, we may also find Gray's soul, and so on for the other pairs. On the flip side, however, each map may only allow one soul, or one character may have to make a sacrifice for the good of the other. Now these pairs may have been something cool just for the intro cinematic, but they may also point to the fate of the Terminus crew for the game going forward. To conclude, Black Ops 7 looks absolutely insane. I am hyped beyond comprehension, and the story and aesthetics of this game already appear to be leaps and bounds ahead of Black Ops 6. I just hope this can continue as the game's life cycle goes on and doesn't fall on its face shortly after release. It's easy to deliver a phenomenal launch while all the hype is up, but to continue that momentum for the rest of the game, that is a feat few have succeeded in. So what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think Black Ops 7's launch map Ashes of the Damned will bring us into a new era of zombies greatness, or will it be another launch that loses steam before it even begins? Leave me your thoughts down below. If at any point you find yourself enjoying this video, a like, comment, and subscribe are always appreciated. Follow me on Twitter at AQDevy for more zombies discussions like this. Go support my buddy Shorbs as well. His theory really added a layer to this cutscene I love and hadn't considered. But until next time, I've been AQDevy, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.